everyone, and welcome back to Family Sunday. This month's Family Sunday activities celebrate March 21st, which is the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. To honor this important day, we will create mixed media artworks inspired by a new acquisition to the KWAG Permanent Collection. Deanna Bowen's Berlin constellation was featured in the Artist 2020 exhibition titled Black Drones in the Hive. Bowen's constellations are groupings of photographs, documents, and other archival materials that, when seen together, create meaning and tell stories. Black Drones in the Hive tell stories about racial discrimination, and the Berlin constellation specifically illustrates the history of racism in our region. More importantly, though, Bowman's work explores her own family history and introduces us to the important stories of Black and Indigenous peoples whose stories have been silenced throughout history. In this illustration activity, you will create your own constellation and tell us the story of you and your family history. These are the materials you'll need: 1 piece of drawing paper, a ruler, pencil and eraser, scissors, assorted colored pencils and markers, and 1 piece of box board from the side of a cereal or cracker box. Begin by creating the frames for your constellation. Draw 3 or more squares or rectangles with sides no smaller than 2 centimeters and no larger than 10 centimeters on your box board. Then cut out your shapes with scissors and the assistance of an adult if necessary. Next, trace these shapes onto your drawing paper to map out your grouping. When you're happy with your layout, turn the simple shapes into picture frames. You can make some thin, some thick, and some look older and more decorative like we did. Now it's time to fill your frames with illustrations of photos and objects that tell your personal and family history. Here are some ideas: a photo of you, your immediate family, your extended family. Maybe one of the frames has a family tree in it, like ours. You can also add images or objects that illustrate the things you love to do, like sports, arts, or other activities, as well as items that tell us about where you live now, where you lived in the past, or where your family comes from. Instead of just illustrations of photos, think about other objects that could do this, like maps, flags, or newspapers. And finally, add anything else you want to include in your constellation that tells the story of you. Once all your frames are filled, you can try adding detail and color with a fine tip marker and colored pencils, or leave it black and white. When you're finished, you can use the constellation to tell your story to family and friends.